forecast today, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to transition from the hot and humid that we have to a few afternoon thunderstorms. It's been kind of hot the last few days, but we haven't had any storms. But now we have the ingredients to make that, Michelle. And hi, everybody, on this Saturday morning, the most 90-degree days. Boston had the first one of the whole season yesterday in 1983. 30 days at 90 or higher in Boston, and we run down to the number 7 position. That was last year when we had a whopping 23 days. So with the day we had yesterday, and that was the first one so far this year, what will happen in 2019? I don't think we're going to match 23 that we had last year. The average right around 14 or 15, so I think we're going to be closer to that. Through July 5th of last year, we had already had 6. Well, in any event, you add on this humidity, and these are the dew points. You get up to 70 or higher, and it feels truly oppressive. It really does to most people. It's so uncomfortable out there, and it's going to go even a little bit higher. It's probably going to be almost off the chart here for our dew point trend graphic, but then it's not going to be long lasting, so we can rejoice and be thankful that we're here in New England, because the next few days the dew points are going to be in the comfortable range down here in the 50s, and that's going to make all the difference in the world. But the air is going to be still warm and feel nice and summery, so it's going to be so comfortable to get outside and do outside activities after today. Right now it's 79 in Boston, and because of the heat and the added oppressive humidity, it's going to make it feel like close to or a little over 100. Consequently, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for areas near west and northwest of Boston. For the most part, much of it is going to be in Essex, western Essex County and Middlesex County for this afternoon between 1 and 5 p.m. And that's where the highest temperature is going to be, and you combine that humidity, and that's why it's going to feel like the upper 90s to a little over 100 in these spots here. Now, east-facing beaches will be hotter than they've been all week long. There have been sea breezes almost every day. Today, it's an offshore wind blowing from the land to the ocean, so it's going to be even hotter and more humid there. South-facing beaches will have that wind coming up, keeping them a little bit cooler there. So that's the deal on that. Highs across the nation. It's a typical July map, Triple H across much of the area, except when you get out in the Intermountain region. The air is so nice and dry out there. It's beautiful. But here, it's hard to take sometimes. It gets so humid every now and then. Fortunately, we do get breaks here, unlike other places in the eastern part of the country that don't have that luxury of getting breaks. And the break is coming from the thunderstorms, which will pop up later today, being triggered by an approaching cold front. As we go hour by hour, we see, for the most part, most of the action starts around mid to late afternoon and into the evening hours. Scattered storms, and for the most part, I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of severe weather in terms of hail and damaging wind. A few storms could produce some gusts of wind, but it's New Hampshire, Maine, which have the slight risk of some severe weather there. But for us down here, for the most part, the main risk is going to be the torrential downpours in this supersaturated air, causing localized flooding, and some scattered wind gusts can't be ruled out. Some frequent lightning. Certainly got to pay attention to that. So if you're going to the beach or boating, especially near Boston and on the North Shore communities up to New Hampshire, Maine, beware of those thunderstorms this afternoon. The temperatures will be down tomorrow. The water temperatures are way up. The tides are high between 3 and 4 o'clock this weekend, 3 and 4 p.m. Though not many waves out there, so not much for surfing. There, your water temperatures way up in the 60s have shot up quite a bit in the last several days. And our air temperatures will stay high after the excessive heat and humidity today. They'll be in the 80s much of the upcoming week, although along the coast, sea breezes will keep it cooler there, so much more comfortable and tolerable tomorrow through Wednesday. And then by the end of the week, it gets very humid again. With that humidity, you get the added showers and storms. That's it for now. Back to you guys.